Welcome back to Across the Glass Sea. This is a live play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast, and I am your Dungeon Master, Nathaniel Miller. I'm joined in studio, as always, by...
Ben Gilbreth playing Tamarian, very, very tired, Nausale.
Yes. Y'all have burned the candle at both ends sufficiently. We're also joined by...
Michael Mazul playing Lichen, insert I word here, Ethalamule.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw it, but my eyes get really big. I was like, oh, a nickname. I didn't think of a nickname.
The second you did it, I did the same. I was like, ah!
We have a thing that we do.
Oh, man. Well, the good news is, whether you have nicknames or not, you're still adventurers. So how about a recap?
Yes, please.
Yes, been a bit.
All right, last time in Tyroa, our heroes defeated a group of evil lumps of sourdough, securing the kitchens in the Royal Culinary Institute of Pebbleton. You then sous-chefed for Burgen, your hobgoblin compatriot, as he prepared a delicious meal of pasta for the ghostly sweethearts of Golmar the Sun Dwarf and Elariel the Cloud Elf, long dead sweethearts who were longing their last earthly business to go on a date. After passing a series of culinary checks, you left to invite Elariel to dinner, and she came with you. After they reunited and had a lovely meal, the ghosts faded into the spirit realm, but not before opening the Royal Culinary Institute's safe and bestowing its treasure upon our adventurers. You guys went home and went back to the tavern, the Gull's Embrace, and got a long rest. Who knows what other adventures await you all across the Glass Sea.
Woohoo.
So you all have woken up after your long rest, after your long night. It's probably midday at this point. But yeah, you have the day in front of you.
I think Tam would have tranced like normal and then
yes,
run
of course.
Identify on the stuff.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So we will go over that real quick. The two kind of big things that you found. One was a bandolier that was full of different vials of liquid and powder, and then there was a frying pan. So which one do you want to do first?
We'll do the vials. I'll kind of leave the frying pan for last, kind of pride of place.
Okay, perfect. So there are two little vials of like a sort of, it looked almost like a red liquid with like a gold dust shimmer in them. You identify them as vials of tonics of health. So mechanically, these have the effect of being a one-shot health potion. So those of you who've been following along might have realized that our health potions have multiple uses in them. You can kind of roll to determine how long it lasts. These tonics, these vials, will get you the max amount of health from a health potion. So it's, I think it's a greater health potion.
Oh,
so
snap.
it would be...
Oh, they're greater?
Or it would just be like the 2d4 plus 4.
Okay.
But just the max
Still.
of that.
I think he said AT4 plus 4, but
84 plus 8, yeah. Superior.
Yeah,
healing.
sure. But it's a one use, so once you do it, it's done.
Got it.
You also find a single vial of a blue liquid that has sort of a silver dust shimmer to it. You identify this as a vial of tonic of magic. It's also a one-use item where you can drink it and you get back up to 3 levels of spell slots. So you can get 1 third level spell back, 3 first levels, 1 second level, 1 first level. And that also a one-use kind of consumable thing.
Tam just pockets that one and goes, hello, my lovely.
Nice. You find there was like a gray vial of dust or there was flecks of what looked like pepper and paprika in it. This is a vial of Texamerian spice dust of valor. Up to 5 creatures who eat meals seasoned by this spice receive the benefits of the Hero's Feast spell for an hour. So if Hero's Feast is a spell that it's a pretty higher level spell, but it lasts.
It costs like 1,000 gold too, doesn't it?
you lose it or something too.
Yeah.
We gotta use that at the right time. Jeez.
Tam very carefully puts it and goes, hello, my lovely.
Yeah. So it's just 1 hour, so it's less of a time than Hero's Feast, but a lot of good benefits in there. The final thing is a green powder, which you identify as a matcha powder of haste. And so one creature who drinks a matcha drink made with this powder will be under the effects of a haste spell. So just the haste spell as written in the player's handbook. It's just a free sort of bestowal of that on someone.
Oh, the captain's gonna love this one. And on to the frying pan.
The whole thing we went through for.
Yes, you grasp this frying pan, and you see it's like almost like a cast iron frying pan, but it's like banded with bronze.
Ooh.
And there's intricate bronze inlaid into the base of the frying pan as well. The handle is a mixture of bronze wrapped with leather, so it's sort of this cast iron pan at its core, but there's bronze all around it. This frying pan, its name is the Frying Pan of Old Hadriax, rumored to belong to a copper dragon in ages past. This cooking utensil still carries some of the latent draconic power. This is a +1 spell focus usable by a bard, specifically a culinary-focused bard. When the bard uses the bard's Song of Rest ability, whoever it applies to gets a bonus hit die of healing.
Sweet.
Ooh.
You can do that once per long rest.
This date night was definitely worth it.
So I will, Tam, I guess since he trances, even though, he's got a shorter long rest period, he would still wait for everybody to come down. I think if he's come down into the common area and Burgen and the captain are not down there, I would kind of hope to do this. He would kind of have everything arranged. Not quite like kids coming down for Christmas, but, just here's our stuff. Come see it.
Burgen sees the frying pan, and his eyes just get a little, glassy, and he goes up to it, and he touches the edge of it. I don't suppose anyone else would like to have this frying pan?
Oh, you know what, mate? I actually kind of got fond of it as I was identifying. I can't do that, mate. No, it's magic. I think it belonged to a dragon, or it's made of dragon's bits or something. I know you liked your old pot, but there's no way it was as good as
Burgen
this.
gasps and says, "Dragons, the original grill masters." And he takes the frying pan in his hands lovingly, and it seems you can tell he is beginning the process of attuning to the frying pan.
Lichen will come down the stairs solid 10 minutes later. Not having sleep does a number on him. Morning, boys. How we doing today?
Good morning, Captain. So we, as you can see, Burgen is enjoying the fruits of our labors, his labors as well.
Oh, Burgen, actually, I was hoping to get that myself. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Both times that y'all have begun, Burgen is his eyes have gotten like a puppy dog's eyes, very, he's taking it very seriously. He's the sort of cartoon eyes, really? Oh no! He's just.
I was
so
waiting
upset.
on the Bilbo Baggins reaching for the ring. Just
no.
I was literally about to be like, do I need to ask you if it was cursed?
No, he's all puppy dog. No angry, scary Bilbo.
Nice.
That scared me worse than anything in those movies.
Yeah, I mean, scarier than most things in most movies, I think.
Smeagol messed me up as a kid.
So, Captain, we have our vials here. These two here are instant health potions. I figured you could distribute those as you like. I've actually got one in my pocket that brings magic back very, very quickly. I know that you have magic, but I also know that you seem to get yours back a bit more quickly than Hachiman sees fit to restore mine. And we've got some of these other things that one of them lets us cast two really powerful spells just for free with food. So I don't know if you want to carry them or give them to Burgen for the bag or what we want to do, but one of them does Hero's Feast and one of them does Haste.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, I'd really like to see you with Haste cast on you.
Yeah, what flavor is it?
It's green. It smells really strong. I don't know.
Oh, matcha?
Yeah. Smells like grass.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll take that.
Have at it, mate.
I drank this a lot at one point in my life. I was a different person back then, but I'll pocket that one.
Like drinking matcha was like a dark secret of your past.
Penelope comes into the room and she says, "Is that matcha? That stuff tastes like grass."
That's what I said. It smells like it.
She has a little small espresso cup that she brings to Lichen and says, "Here you go, Captain. I know late nights aren't always your favorite thing, so I had the chef get a pick-me-up for you."
Oh, thanks, Penelope. I appreciate it. I'll take it gingerly.
Yes, it's just like a triple shot of espresso.
Can I roll insight with disadvantage?
Yep.
I feel like Tam is curious, but he would not. He has to do disadvantage. Okay. 11 plus. Where's my insight? It's been so long. 17.
Your insight's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
what?
+6.
What are you trying to discern?
Is this captain? Is this boss etiquette, or is this something else?
I think with the 17, it's definitely something else.
Okay.
You can tell. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that he was not her captain. They were just shipmates.
Right.
And so there could be something more than just. I think it's. I don't even think you need a 17 to be like, they're good friends, and this is her doing something nice for him. I do think you would probably think that Penelope would do something like that for anyone, though, in y'all's group.
Yeah.
Tam's eyes get really big for a minute, and then he thinks, and then he narrows them and tries to watch them both very carefully.
Yeah. And Penelope says, "So, Captain, what do you have for us today? Are we heading out of port, or are we staying around for another day? What are you thinking?"
Well, I definitely plan to stay around for the majority of the morning because I think there's a couple more places in town that we wanted to check out. And I guess when you get a chance, check with Marco down on the ship, see if he's fully restocked because White Wake took a bit of a beating coming into port. So one, we want to make sure she's ship shape, but then also we're about to go on a trek that I don't think either of us are familiar with. I've never really skirted on the outside. Have you done that much?
No, I think I've done about the same as you. I've never headed into the sea of storms.
Yeah, so I think I'd rather, if we have to, spend an extra day. If we have to, making sure we can fully stock up for something that none of us seem to be familiar with. So,
Burgen, do you remember? Oh, sorry, Captain.
I'm just gonna turn to the rest of the group, like kind of like I was talking straight on with Penelope, and I'll just kind of turn and open it. Open the group talk kind of up to Tam and Burgen as well. But what do all of you guys think? Is there...
Before you do that, Penelope will make a note that Marcos has restocked. She was down at the ship checking on him earlier.
Okay.
So
Good.
everything's good. Like whatever y'all want to do is good.
Burgen, do you want to hang around until these other clerics or whatever get? I mean, do you want to toot your own horn that we got rid of this ghost, or would you rather not be here?
I don't really have an opinion either way. I guess I will say that I will not be seeking anyone out to toot my own horn, but I'm not afraid of being around when people come into town either.
Did you tell us, Michael, of the grilled cheese stabbing that happened at the end?
Were either of you guys up there with me, or did I just run up and do it?
I think you just ran up there.
You ran up and did it by yourself.
No.
That's awesome.
This is like it still gets to be like it.
Yeah,
No,
of course.
I don't say anything.
Tam's just like, all right. I mean, I'm ready. There was a fishing tournament or something happening today, or
I don't. Tam, I think you mentioned. Did you want to go to the temple of Hachiman here, or is that something that you need to do, or?
I don't have to. If we're gonna stay, I might go in and pray a bit, but it's not at the top of my list necessarily.
Oh, okay. And I think Tam might notice Lichen is genuinely trying to understand him a bit more. And that was kind of an attempt at it. Just like, yeah, you need to like pray or something, right? Like that's a
do
thing.
your cleric things.
Because as of now, I've prayed to one god and had like a divine
Really good
meeting
luck.
with them. And now I'm like, yeah, this is how this
A
works.
nat 20
right?
will do that.
No, Hachiman, as long as we're following the teachings, and I pat my book satchel again, it's not necessary. There is worshipful days and times, but it's not required.
You already do your stances for the morning?
Yeah, I did them earlier when I was identifying all the stuff.
Okay. I know that there is that fishing tournament. I don't know what day that's supposed to happen. Would we remember at all what day that's supposed to happen?
Today.
It's today.
It's later this afternoon down at the docks is where people are gathering.
I mean, I don't know if there's a rule that you have to use a rod to fish, but I'm pretty good at catching fish.
You mean you don't use a rod to use like a net or something or a trident?
I just swim.
Well, you just catch a fish. You play tag with a fish.
Yeah, try to.
Very interesting.
Some of them don't like it. Some of them just they think they're too good for it or something.
I would think none of them would like it, really.
But I did want to check out. They have an antique and oddity shop that I thought might be interesting to stop by at, but I don't know. You want to just do a round for the day, and if we feel good about it, we can leave tonight or first thing tomorrow morning.
Works for me. I mean, is there any... Would we know, DM...
Yeah.
Would there be any benefit to leaving at night or in the day? I mean, outside of what the regular ship people would know anyway?
I don't think so. I mean, really, it will have more to do with if y'all want to sort of make survival checks based on your sort of reading the tides and the weather. But Wayfinder's such a magically advanced ship that it kind of doesn't really matter the time of day. It's more like, is there going to be a storm? If yes, maybe we should wait.
Yeah.
But besides that, like, you'll probably be good.
Oh, speaking of which, is the storm completely gone at this point?
Yeah, you look out the window. There's windows in this bar, in this tavern, the Gull's Embrace, and the sun is shining. There are still, like after the morning after a heavy rain, there's still like drip drops coming from, the eaves outside. There's puddles in the cobblestone streets that you can see. And as you're looking out the window, you hear thump, thump, thump. And you see a very large animal on all fours lumber past the window.
What?
You're kind of in the bar having a conversation. You feel the ground kind of shake a little bit, and you see this shape move past outside, but you can't quite catch it from in here.
What in Hachiman's pants was that?
Yeah, I look at Tam and I'm like, I'm used to the water. I'm not used to land.
Can I look and see what that was, or?
Yeah, I mean, you probably have to like go outside.
I'll follow.
You'll probably have to go outside to. Okay, cool. You run outside and you see a very, very large, scaly, reptilian-looking creature. What looks like the sort of feet, almost like an elephant, thick, powerful tail. On the front, it turns its head for a second, and its head looks almost like a shield with spikes jutting out.
It's more dinosaur!
And you see a saddle on it with a figure sitting in it, but right behind him there is a massive cargo platform. Think like on a camel or a horse, like if you could pile it high with baggage.
We are in Dinotopia, y'all.
Yes, and there's on the side of it there is what look like very long cylindrical cases, almost like might be used to house a fishing rod of some sort.
So what's the animal?
It looks like a very large triceratops.
Yes! Yes, it is! Yes, it is! 8-year-old Ben is so excited.
So they can be tamed.
Is
Interesting.
lumbering down towards the docks.
They don't just try to eat you. Would there have been dinosaurs in and around the Kingdom of the Wood?
I think so, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'll say they're probably less common,
Right.
both because of climate. The Kingdom of the Wood is just colder than where we are now. Definitely, the further south you go, the more common dinosaurs are.
Got it. So Tam would know what they are, but maybe not be... They're still kind of an item of some interest.
Yes, the Kingdom of the Woods certainly does not domesticate any dinosaurs.
Got
Probably the most common dinosaurs are predatory, raptors in the woods, or pests, small little lizard-type things.
I didn't know they could do that.
What is that?
Do you remember those things that we fought on the first island when we were shipwrecked? They came out of the wood, the jungle, and attacked us?
Oh, those giant, fast lizard things.
Yeah, they're called dinosaurs. And so there are some ones that eat meat, just like regular animals. There's some that are predators and carnivores, and some of them, it would seem, can be domesticated. I'd heard of such, but never seen one. So that's... was someone riding on this creature?
Yes. You didn't get a good look because the baggage was piled up in such a way that it kind of obscured them from view.
Looks like this is somebody's transportation.
Huh. I didn't know you could tame those things.
I'd heard of it, but I've never seen it, so that's very interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's a Triceratops. We had them back in the razor pits.
The razor pits.
We used to go Triceratops tipping in the deep of the night, and, be great fun with your mates. Try not to get crushed by his big feet.
Well, you could tip those over.
Well, you just tickle them a little bit in the underbelly with a feather, and they just roll right over.
Yeah, I can see why you might get stepped on then.
It's like nothing doing. It's really easy. I could show you. We could go tip that thing over right now if you want. He might not like it though.
Let's maybe not.
I like this, Burgen.
Yeah, there's other ones. There's Stegosauruses, Ankylosauruses. There's the bigger ones that they can use to haul more baggage. Some of that they used for construction. There's hunting packs that they can domesticate, sort of like hunting dogs in other countries. But yeah, there's a lot of dinosaurs in the Goblin Kingdom.
That's really interesting. It looked like this one was carrying fishing equipment or something. There's that fishing tournament. Do we want to go?
Yeah.
Maybe shop a bit and then go check in on this fishing tournament later.
Yeah, for sure. Should we talk to this fella quick? Did he come to town for this tournament?
We could certainly find out.
Burgen will pipe up then, and he'll be like, I've heard of this fishing tournament before.
Oh, so this is a big deal. This is not just some town.
Yeah, there are fishermen who come from all over the continent to this deal, because Pebbleton is one of the only sort of habitable ports facing the Sea of Storms, and so there's all kinds of fish that you can get in this kind of place that you can't get really anywhere else. So for fishermen who want to be, I guess you could say, completionists, it's kind of a
got to catch them all.
Yeah, kind of a rare prize to be able to come and participate in a tournament like this. There's other tournaments that are bigger, but this is a very exotic and prestigious one. Pebbleton's hard to get to.
Well, yeah.
Well, let's just talk to him on our way out. I mean, we're running by the shops anyway. Let's just walk his way first, and I'll make my way over towards him.
Cool.
Or I guess, did you say it was a guy sitting? I don't know if you ever described him.
No, I didn't, but you can catch up with him. The Triceratops is lumbering, and you sort of speed walk up to be beside them, and you look up, and sitting on top of this saddle is another hobgoblin.
Uh-oh.
He's wearing like a tricorn hat. He has like a long mustache, but other than that, he's just dressed in like sort of road leathers and traveling clothes.
Howdy, friend. It's a mighty steed you got there. I haven't seen one of those before around here.
He says, "Hey there. Happy to meet you, friend. Yes, Xerxes is quite a fanciful beast. If I didn't say so myself, I've known him since he was just about yee high." And he puts his hand like a little bit lower, a couple feet lower on the dinosaur, so it looks like, it hasn't been that long, but he seems to think it has been a while actually.
Yeah.
He says, "Yes, are you here for the fishing tournament?"
Oh, we actually just kind of swung in from that storm last night. I don't know if you were in a part of the area that got hit by that, but we were just docking for the day.
It was just yesterday. Oh my gosh.
We were thinking though, if we're here, while in Pebbleton, might as well do as the Pebbletonians do. So we were thinking about maybe entering.
I've heard that old chestnut before. We say it all the time when in Pebbleton. Do as the Pebbletonians do. Yes, I remember the storm. I came overland from the other side on the coast. Thankfully, I had Xerxes form sort of a semicircle, and I was able to take shelter against his massive hide, which was a bit of a blessing because the storm was nasty. But Xerxes, he can withstand a lot with his powerful face shield and horns, and we were able to make it through.
When the captain has darted around, Tam has tried to kind of surreptitiously get Burgen to look at the hobgoblin. Do you know this person? Is it all right to see this person?
Let's see if Burgen knows this person. Burgen says, I don't know who that is.
Okay, do you want to go talk to him?
Sure. But
okay, I just don't want to get you in trouble.
It looks like Lichen's already talking to him, so I don't feel like I need to engage. You don't want to hear two hobgoblins talking to each other, probably, right?
I'm sorry, friend. My name's Lichen. I don't think I caught yours. I caught your steeds, not Lichens. I caught your steed, Xerxes, but...
Yes, of course. How rude of me. My name is Jib Gibson, and I'm an angler that is here for the tournament.
Jib Gibson or Jim Gibson?
Jib Gibson. Jibson. Jib Gibson. I'm an angler for the tournament. My profession is angler, or fisherman if you would like, but I like the term angler.
Have you competed in this tournament before, my good Jib?
No, I've actually never been out to Pebbleton before. It's breathtaking, isn't it? I mean, the sea's over there, and he points in the wrong direction, and he says, and then it just goes forever. So I'm told. It's quite an amazing thing.
Can anybody... Tam has come around. Can anybody just participate in this tournament? Can we just sign up if we felt like it?
Yeah, I think there might be an entry fee, but I believe that it's not incredibly expensive. So if you, I would definitely encourage you men to participate. There's not another tournament like this almost anywhere. I mean, there's other fishing tournaments, but you'll be able to catch fish here that you'll never even hear of in other lands.
Oh, well, I'm 10, by the way. This one's first.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. My name is Jib Gibson. I'm an angler.
Good to meet you.
Both of you give me perception checks.
Don't like that.
Ooh, that's a 26. No, 25. 25.
Okay, mine's actually going to be high too. 21 for me.
Nice.
Okay. Lichen, you don't notice this.
What?
But Tam, you notice that his mustache is looks a little loose.
Oh no.
Almost as if it's a disguise.
Oh no. I think Tam completely, like, he recognizes that and then he starts playing with his mustache. not in a way to try to,
Just subconsciously.
So it's just subconscious, yes. But he does narrow his eyes a little bit. Can I do an insight check as to why he might be disguised?
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 16.
Not bad.
Yeah. It's a really big animal. Like, it's probably pretty expensive to keep up this dinosaur. Why would a random fisherman own a beast
Have a
this big?
dinosaur.
Yeah.
Can I ask Burgen to take a second look at this gentleman?
Sure, I'll let him do a perception check with advantage.
Can I help in some way? Can I give advantage by kind of...
I feel torn because I both do not want to fight another dinosaur and also really want to fight another dinosaur.
Burgen rolled terribly.
Oh, no.
So Burgen's like, yeah, I'm sorry, don't recognize him.
He's got a fake
I like his mustache, though. It's really, really cool.
Tim is it's a fake, mate.
It doesn't look fake. I mean, it looks pretty real.
Shh, don't say anything. Maybe he's self-conscious, but it's definitely fake.
I'll keep an eye on him, but
No,
he's not drawn. He's not drawn any name for me. I'm drawing blanks.
Okay, we'll just keep an eye on him, maybe.
All right, yeah, I'll keep both of my eyes on him.
There we are.
Well, Gibson, do you come from the Gibsons by chance?
Yes, I have my father was also Jib Gibson. His father was Jem Gibson, but yes, it's a very very established hobgoblin clan down in the sort of western reaches.
Of course. Are you going to enroll or submit or do whatever you got to do to join the tournament right now? You mind if we tag along for a bit and then we'll go our own way after that?
Absolutely, yes. Come along. Would any of you like to hop up on here and ride on Xerxes?
Ben would.
You notice that there's
I was
other
going to say
seats.
Michael would, but Lichen would not.
Tam is fine. Yeah, that'd be great.
Burgen will too.
I've never ridden one of these before.
So there's a sort of like awkward places like for footholds to climb up one of his legs, and there's some passenger seats. And yeah, y'all are probably about 20 feet off the ground.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this is a big beast.
I wanna stroll up a little faster to Xerxes' face and like kind of catch his eye a little bit, lean forward, knock my own tri-horns and be like and like nod at him and be like, Kin. Just keep walking.
Make an animal
says,
handling check
"Sup?"
for me.
Animal handling. Oh, I get nothing to that. Oh, not bad. 13.
Xerxes bows his head to you. As if
Nice.
acknowledging you. He has these massive golden orange eyes, and he snorts, his nostrils flaring, and he continues down the road.
Nice. We'll walk with him the rest of the way.
Cool.
Captain, you're missing out. This is actually a lot like being on the boat.
Yeah, walking back and forth.
Maybe. Lichen is, I think Tam and Burgen would notice just with how much time we spent. He's not super comfortable with the idea of riding stuff on land. Kind of like that's.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have ridden horses yet.
Well, Ben, who is leery of big animals, has no problem at all understanding this.
Yeah. So you head through the streets. There's a low hum of excitement. People are talking about, oh, do you think that the catch will be big this year. You hear, roll perception checks from you as to what you overhear. Like there's a hum. People are out in the streets talking and chatting and stuff.
19.
Only a 7 that time.
Cool.
I'm up high above the noise.
Yes.
I'm like playing with Xerxes up front too much.
Yeah. Tam, you hear someone whisper, I heard that the ghost of the Institute was banished last night. And someone's like, no way, that's crazy. You also hear people say, I wonder if Hackley or Percival will win this year. And someone's like, no, they lose every year. They suck at this. They're so bad. They're not good fishermen.
I just wrote down Hackley and Percival. They suck.
Yeah. So you make it through the crowds, and you sort of get onto the street that's nearest to the wharf. And at the end of the wharf, there's one building that is marked as the Anglers Guild. It's sort of at the mouth of it's opposite the lighthouse from across the mouth of the harbor. And out in front, there is a massive sort of pavilion, and there are tables and chairs, and there is a table at the front with several people manning it, and it looks like a registration, like an entrance place. And you see an old grizzled halfling sitting behind the table. You see another halfling who's assisting him, and sort of behind them off to the side, you see a halfling in very, very fine robes, very formal robes.
Many thanks, Jib Jibson, and I'll clamber down.
Cool. Yes, of course. I'll have to find somewhere to house Xerxes for the time being, and perhaps I'll see you gentlemen on the metaphorical battlefield.
Tam just narrows his eyes a little bit. Sure, mate. Captain, he was hiding something. I don't know what, but that mustache was definitely fake.
Was it? Oh, okay. I don't know a lot about land stuff. I'm honestly not trying to beat a dead horse when I say that. I just legitimately am unsure about a lot of things.
Okay, I mean, for every time I say it about boats, you can say it about the land. We're good.
Are those things normal? That thing he was riding? I mean, he's the first person I think I've ever seen with one.
Well, I mean, they're not aberrations. They're not from another plane. They're just kind of rare, you know.
Well, I'm confused because he said his full profession is angler. I'd assume you got to catch a lot of fish for something like that. Again,
Those ones eat grass, but I mean, still keeping them in that much hay and feed would cost a pretty penny.
I'm a merchant repurposer. I'm used to noticing things, costs, how to take things.
You've got an eye for value.
Yeah. As a merchant repurposer should, of course. He seemed fine though. I didn't.
He seemed nice enough.
I didn't get a, evil or trying to stir up a ton of trouble type thing from him. But
Not me neither. But just as we are sometimes on the run or hiding from things, other people might be as well, I guess.
Did Burgen recognize him?
Nah, I asked him a couple of times and he said he didn't. When I realized that his mustache was fake, I asked him to look again and he said he didn't know him.
Got you. All right. Well, we'll see, I guess.
Are there any rules or anything that we can look at? How does this tournament work?
Yes, so there's there's a big placard in front of the table with the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just I'll summarize them to you so you don't have to read them. Basically, at the strike of noon, which is in an hour, entrances will be closed and all the contestants will be given 1 hour to scout, to basically look around at all the fishing spots, do some recon, and then after that hour, they're allowed to start fishing. Basically anything goes. But by sundown, you can't interfere with another person,
Right.
is the one big rule. By sundown, the person who has caught the single best catch will be crowned the winner and will receive the prize. It refers to it, like the trophy, as the Obelisk of Champions. But yeah, there's a little subtitle under the victor's thing. It says the single best catch will be determined by weight, splendor, ferocity, and a variety of different categories. So you could get a really big fish, but if it's kind of a big ugly fish, it might not be to the judge's liking.
Wow.
And because this is a special fishing tournament, no fish are nothing in the sea's off limits.
Nothing in the sea's off limits.
Are they providing boats?
Oh boy. I know you, Nathaniel.
I don't know what you mean.
Release the Kraken! Captain, can we fish in teams? Or do we have to fish individually?
It seems to be a tournament for individuals. But some of the other contestants, it looks like, have teams to like help them scout or to carry their tackle box or something. So you could enter as a team. Like one person will be doing ultimately the like skill checks that this will. Yeah, mechanically how this is going to work is it will be a series of skill checks.
Right.
First off, perception and like survival-based skill checks to find the best spot.
Right.
And then if you can give me an argument for like why a skill check would work, I'm willing to like let y'all use any of them. And then when the fishing starts, you will need to like hit 3 successes before you hit 3 fails in order to land a fish. And it will square off against some of the other fisherman's catches.
How does this sound, gents? I could bow fish, I suppose, but I fancy I might be pretty good at scouting with my goggles and being a natural fella. But I'm not particularly keen on doing the fishing. Burgen, you could give us some sandwiches to help out with, you know, maybe if we're tired and need reeling in. Captain, do you wanna go fishing? Or Burgen? I mean, I'll do it. I don't mind just being a helper.
Honestly, I kind of like what you're thinking. I mean, if we want, you could bow fish. I mean, you're by far the best at that. Burgen could chum the waters for us. Burgen, you ever prepare a meal for fish before? I feel like that's a challenge maybe you haven't tackled
The
quite
idea
yet.
of preparing chum. It's just
Bergen strokes his chin thoughtfully.
But like we're not trying to just chum. We want to win this, right? If we're gonna do it, we're aiming for the top spot.
Yes,
so
of
this
course.
chum
Yes, I
needs to
understand.
be for the bigger stuff.
The biggest,
And so-
the biggest possible fish. Yes, this will be a challenge that is unlike any that I've experienced before.
And so maybe then
I will get to it straight away, and he sort of runs away and like ducks into an alley to try to like start working on his chum.
I love it. I love how enthusiastic that boy gets.
I love the idea of chum that's been done badly being thrown out or wasted.
Gourmet chum he's about to make.
This is terrible.
And then maybe since I can, and I'll lean in really close to you, like breathe underwater, maybe I could just swim down and stir some big stuff up to the top for you to start popping shots at.
I figured you could just go down there and stab him with your spear.
Yeah, but if something's big enough that I can't take on my own, which is what I feel like might guarantee a first spot here, I think that's what we need to aim for. And I've kind of learned my lesson, not to swim off without you guys from time to time, but hopefully nothing's too big in there that can't get me before I get back to y'all. Also, by the way, above table, I literally did all the math based on my swim speed. In 1 hour, I can swim about 4.5 miles.
Oh my gosh.
Supposedly.
I was curious how far someone could get in
An hour.
an hour. Like, what's the miles per hour of the D&D movement? It's actually not that high. Like 30 feet per 6 seconds is only like slightly less than 3.5 miles per hour.
It's like a slow walk, medium
Yeah.
walk.
Yep.
Yeah, I walk for exercise on the treadmill at 3 miles an hour. I know exactly how fast that is.
Yep, that's the
Yep.
D&D speed.
I have a swim speed of 40, and so that breaks down to being barely over 4.5 miles that I could swim
Which I feel like is actually a crazy swim speed
for an hour.
compared to, for an hour
I agree.
for like a human.
I agree.
Anyway, we're in the weeds here. You hear a man call through a bullhorn saying, "Last call for entrance, last call for entrance."
Well, Captain, what say we both sign up, and that way we don't feel like we're cheating. And then we've got this potion of water breathing too, where I can go down and help you, but I can't shoot arrows down there.
Lichen's gonna lean in real close. Hey man, this is a competition. We're not cheating if we're using our God's given gifts, right?
So am I the official angler, or are you the official angler?
Does it matter if we work as a team? Does that matter?
I think technically it's got to be one of us, but we can all work together.
Yeah, there's one official angler, and you're allowed to have like a support team, basically.
Do you want your name on the trophy when we win, or do you want my name on the trophy? Or Burgen's name? Maybe let's do Burgen's name. Let's make him the king of Pebbleton.
Well, Lichen actually thinks about this for a second. He's like, well, it seems like Burgen might not want to be known with the whole thing with the guy in the cook area around here. I don't really want my name written down in a lot of places too. So if you don't mind, let's go with you as the head angler on this.
Oh, all right then.
Cool.
I'll go sign us up, and
Yes.
and then if you want, you can go shopping because I think in about an hour we've got to.
Scout.
Yeah, I'll go sign us up. So yeah, Tam will go queue up to sign up.
Cool. In front of you, there is a halfling, sort of middle-aged halfling, has a bit of a pot belly. He gets to the front of the line, and the person behind the table says, "Name," and you hear this halfling say, "Hackley Hookfoot." And the guy says, "Hackley, you lose every year. Why do you keep doing this?" And Hackley says, "It's my dream. I'll do it one day. You wait and see." He says, "All right, Hackley, 25 gold." And Hackley
25 gold.
Hackley puts it over, and he goes into the pavilion where you see some of
Is
the
his
other
mostly
competitors. There's a lot of silver in it. Yeah, some copper as well. They count it out carefully, and he has the right amount. But they give him like a little certificate, parchment badge that they just hand over to him, and he goes in. And then you step up to the front of the line, and you see there is the sort of a grizzled halfling with white hair and sort of a white mutton chop beard, and he says, "Name?"
Temerian Narsaleh.
"Ah, Mr. Narsaleh, welcome to Pebbleton. I believe my friend Holman here," and he points at Holman. You recognize the bartender.
Oh, hello, sir.
Mentioned that you all were staying at his establishment. It's a fine place,
Yes, agreed.
It's such a pleasure for us to have outsiders here for the tournament. It will be 25 gold.
Yes, sir. That's quite the entry prize. Entry fee, rather.
The prize is good indeed, though. In addition to the Obelisk of Champions, the winner will get a handcrafted set of fishing rods that are quite exquisite, if I may say so.
Oh,
right,
man,
then.
I'm actually kind of interested in that.
Well, here's your gold. And how long until the scouting period starts?
He holds up a little sundial to the sun, and he says, "It'll be another hour or so. But there's refreshments in the pavilion. Feel free to look around and have some food. I think there was a shrimp boil earlier, and there's some
So with
delicious."
there's this scouting period and stuff. Are we given boats in which we can row about the bay, or is this all shore fishing, or?
Well, you can do what you like. There are boats available if you would like to use them. I think many of the anglers will end up fishing from shore, as some of the currents on the Sea of Storms are a mite bit, shall we say, unpredictable.
Tam's eyes get really big and go, "Yeah, I'm aware."
As well as some of the creatures they'll be trying to fish for might be a little large to fit in a rowboat.
Ah.
But there's boats if you'd like to scout around and stuff.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll see you in an hour.
What?
All right.
I guess above board, like what areas do they fish in? I'm looking at the map right now.
Yeah, to get that information, you can ask around, or you can sort of try to use perception and like look at where people are congregating, or if you just sort of like want to do a nature or survival check to be like, okay, I know the sea, I know fish, where are they going to be?
Yeah, I'll do that one. I'll even wade into the water or something if I need to. Well, we could save that for the scouting period, I guess.
Okay.
We'd rather do that, and we'll
Cool.
go do the little. I definitely want to go to the oddities place.
Okay, cool.
As we're walking there, I'll explain the rules. And so, Captain, I'm very good at seeing things, and I've got some of these spells that we've used before that would allow me to make us even better at them, depending on how we want to do that. So, lucky for me, I stopped that, and we can kind of figure as we go. As you requested, I am the angler of record, and apparently you can also win some very nice fishing equipment.
Oh, okay. That could be handy. I mean, we're on the ship a good bit, so.
Yeah, I mean, we're living on a boat. Ship, living on a ship.
Yeah. So you guys make it to the antique store. There is a halfling woman with her hair pulled back into a bun sitting on a rocking chair on the front of this store. It is called Flotsam and Jetsam Antiques and Oddities, in a hand-carved wooden sign. Looks like it's carved from driftwood, hanging over the doorway. And she says, Hello, gents. My name is Kira. Welcome to my shop. Feel free to look around. There's plenty of good stuff in there. But if you break it, you buy it.
Fair enough, Miss Kira. Anything worth taking a look at right when we walk in by chance?
Well, there's some good, some good furniture, and there's a few nice pieces of clothes in there, and some gemstones and such. There's a few pieces of armor that you may be interested in. There's a spyglass as well. Some of the best things, some of those popular things are trinkets that have been washed up on our shores. One of the main ways that I find my inventory is by going along the seaside and seeing what sort of things I can find, bits and baubles and such. There's several artifacts that seem to be from some sort of lost civilization. They don't really do anything, but they're nice little trinkets, and people, I think, have they have a good. They're popular. I'll put it that way.
Black stone kind of stuff.
Yes. How did you know?
No reason. I'll duck in.
Damn,
Cool.
size are just big as dinner plates.
I'll start, and I'll waste all 3 if I have to. I'd like to only use 2, but I'm gonna invoke my magic awarenesses, which is detect magic for 60 feet. But it's a much more shorter time frame. It's kind of like a burst of it instead of like a long, like 10 minutes or whatever.
How long?
I think it's literally just like an action. So 6 seconds, see everything magical around me.
Like a pulse.
Yeah. I mean, you can, with 6 seconds, it's not a big shop. So you can get in most of the stuff. So you walk in, there's several like shelves and racks of things. The room is dominated on one side by a glass case. And in it are probably hundreds of fragments of black stone. Most of them are carved in some way, but they all look like they've been shattered. And you can see, even still, remnants of the sort of gold inlaid circuitry that you saw in the black stone on those islands where you were marooned so many episodes ago. It seems that something out in the Sea of Storms used to be there that has washed up on these shores and has been found and put here. None of them are magical. It seems that whatever they were a part of has faded away through the tossing of the seas and storms, or if they were broken after they were found. You're not quite sure, but they look to be no more than baubles now.
Very interesting. Tam touches several of them.
Yeah, nothing happens.
No.
As for
I was just going to say, I'll ask Wayfinder real quick about it.
Absolutely.
Because it seems to be like her tech, so
Yeah. Analyzing. Indeed, these items were constructed by Imperial artificers many years ago. The date stamp and time frame has been corrupted in the data files, and I can no longer read what their purpose or design are. But indeed, it does seem to have been created by Imperial artificers at some point.
Okay.
Which, and Wayfinder was from the Sun
Sun
Dwarfs.
Dwarfs.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. The Sun Dwarf Imperium.
Got it.
Sun Dwarf Empire. She says, I just rolled for her. She says, after further analyzing, it seems that many of these perhaps were components on board Imperial war vessels.
Ooh.
Information about class and fate of those ships is unknown.
Fair enough. I appreciate your insight on it, Wayfinder. Anything else light up?
Yes, there is a massive battle axe hanging on one of the back walls that pings for you. There is a set of splint armor, and in a sort of rack with jewelry, there is a ring of white silver metal with a single blue stone set in it. The rack of splint mail, it has the sheen of like turquoise overlaid the sort of bare metal bits, and they're intricately carved from what look like whalebone, dolphins and moons, like sort of decorating it. And then the battle axe, it's almost carved to look like a shark's fin.
That's kind of cool. I'll talk to Tam and point out the 3 things. Does the battle axe look better than my spear glaive?
No.
I doubt it.
I mean, it looks.
Does it look better?
Roll an insider perception check.
No, I'm good. I don't.
Okay.
It was one of those things where I'm like, I don't think it is. I think this thing I got is something, because it was a pretty penny too. But
Yeah. Yes, it was.
I'll ask Tam. I don't know if you have it prepared or not, but I'm interested in the ring. So I'll just kind of ask, like, could you discern at all? Could you have any idea what this thing might do?
I'd need to spend like 10 minutes holding it and doing my stretches. The shopkeeper probably knows what she's got.
All right, well, and then let's see. Let me grab. You said there's a spyglass, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I snag that? And then the coolest looking little bauble of the black and gold thing, like the coolest shaped
Cool.
broken piece or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll take just that small handful of things to her, where she's at outside, I guess. How much for this? How much for all this?
She takes a look at these things and she says, yes, the spyglass is very finely crafted. I think it sadly belonged to some mariner whose ship went down in the seas, and I found it after a very large storm a couple months ago. For that and for these other things, I've tested it out and I've tried to get as much of the seawater out of the spyglass as I can, but, no one's perfect. For that and for the bauble, I think I could give all that to you for, say, 200 gold.
Is Burgen with us right now?
No, he's chumming in
No,
an
he's
alley.
chumming. Yeah.
Okay. Tam, is there anything in here you have an eye on, or anything you're interested in?
Well, anytime I see interesting armor, I'm intrigued, but honestly, what I'm wearing is quite nice. Keeps me very safe.
Yeah.
Well, with the spyglass, I'm gonna have to try to maybe even magically try to get that last little bit of that water out, and that might take some time, some effort.
I have some of this vault ship silverware that I grabbed when we were on the vault ship.
Yeah.
Could I offer some of that as a trade?
Oh, that's very nice. Let me see that. And she looks at that and she holds it up to the light and she pulls out a little spile, like a jeweler's scope thing, and she looks at it. And she says, yes, I'll knock 50 gold off if you hand over these pretty beauties.
Would you be willing to do that silverware in just 100? Would you mind coming down a bit?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
That's what I was hoping for. Yep.
It's going to be high.
Yeah, I know.
She rolled really high. on her
Oh, but
insight.
not higher than a nat 20, is it?
What's your modifier?
Plus 5. So it's 25. I can add one of my destiny dice to it as well.
That's
I don't.
fine. No, she rolled a 19 on the die. So she would get a 24. But
man.
she says, she'll say 125 and you've got a deal.
For 50 gold off.
Yeah, I'll take that. If that's what that gets me.
Cool.
So minus another 125. Okay.
And she says, thank you for your business.
I will walk very happily out of the store, and when Tam catches me, I'll just give him the ring and be like, "Tell me what this does."
Okay, I was gonna say, I wish this caught your eye, did it? Did you want to go anywhere else? Because this is gonna take me a few minutes.
I'm a little bit interested in Rosetta's threads, but I know you might not be.
Well, what I was gonna say is, the map was eluding me just a little bit. Where the lighthouse is, would it be beneficial? Would Tam think it'd be beneficial to go up there and kind of scout out the bay and the shore for fishing spots?
Are you asking me if I think
Yes.
that Tam would
Yes.
think that would?
Would that be? Is that reasonable to do in the time we're allowed, or should I just do that when we're scouting?
It would be pretty far, I think, given the amount of time y'all have already spent shopping. I
Tell
don't
you
think
what,
you have
Captain,
time.
I'll you go shop for a bit longer, and I'll wait outside and figure out what we've come across.
All right, sounds good to me. I'll make my way over to the thread shop.
Cool.
I will return to Burgen's alleyway while the captain's
Yes.
doing that, and when I get back, I will cast identify on both of those objects.
Cool. You go back to Burgen's Alley. You see that he has found some kind of folding table that he has set up and is using as a staging thing. He's chopping up. He has 4 distinct different piles of chum. There's one that looks to be mostly meat. There's one that has a bunch of corn and other things thrown in there. He has one that it looks like it's mostly bits of fish. And weirdly, there's pieces of apple chopped up in that. And then the last one it's a bowl of like noodles, and he's like seasoning it for some
Making
reason.
good progress, mate.
Yes. There's a lot of different things to taste, a lot of different things to try. Hand me that right there. And he points at a very large meat cleaver.
Oh, of course. You know, the first time I ever laid eyes on you, you were fishing.
Yes, of course. Yes, I do like to fish, but I'm not what you could say an expert, and I'm really happy that you are the one who is going to be the angler of record.
Oh, well, all right then. Well, Captain bought some interesting stuff, and he wants me to investigate it. He's gone clothes shopping, so
Of course, yes.
I'll be back in a
Captain
bit.
Lichen has to always have his finery. He, in some ways, does represent us after all as the captain, and so I totally understand his need to look presentable in the company of nobles and everything. Yes, well, Burgen's talking really fast. It seems like he's nervous.
As soon as Tam says, "Well, I don't," he just turns away, not to be rude to Burgen, but just and starts his identify. So
Yes.
20 minutes will pass while I do this.
Yes, you're identifying just the ring.
The ring and the spyglass.
Okay, cool. The spyglass is not magical.
Okay,
it is
spyglass
a
is
spyglass.
Okay.
The ring is a ring of cold resistance.
Ooh.
But it's not a basically you have to activate it. It's not like just passively on. Like you turn it on.
Like a absorb elements ring kind of.
Yeah. So you turn it on, and for each charge essentially allows you to be resistant to cold damage for 5 minutes.
Oh, very cool.
It has 3 charges. It regains 1 charge at dawn.
Sweet. Doesn't it require attunement?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Ooh, Captain made a good find on this one. The spyglass is just a spyglass, though. Tam realizes Burgen's not listening. I will cast Mending on the spyglass, though, to see if I can get any more seawater.
Yeah,
out
you
of
see it. You see it expels like in a tiny stream a little bit of seawater, and it is right as rain, good as new.
Right. Well, the captain will enjoy that.
I think Lichen already had a spyglass.
Yeah. I was thinking about gifting it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you said the spyglass was magical. I thought it had an aura of magic. Oh, no, never mind.
No, the only 3 magic items in the shop were the battle axe, the armor, and
axe.
the ring.
Okay, yeah. I must have mixed up the...
Yes. You hear a whistle that signifies as... sorry. We need to do the threads shop first.
More shopping.
Lichen, you go into the threads shop. Just to cut to the chase, there's nothing magical in here.
Fair enough.
This is a human man is running this shop, an oddity in Pebbleton. What would you like to get?
Lichen walks in, his eyes glow, and he walks right back out.
Do they have a bag, like a seal skin type bag thing?
Yeah.
I will purchase that, and I am getting that for Robert. Now that he is, in my mind, he's essentially a water version of like Calcifer from.
Oh, that's right. He's a water
Howl's Moving
sprite
Castle
now. Yeah.
So now I want him to have his own little like water skin bag on my hip that he can just always chill in.
Yes, you can do that for sure. You can throw them in there. Mark off 15 gold for the kind of custom made bag.
Makes me think of Katara's water pouch from Avatar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're drinking your bending water.
Robert's like, thank you, sir. These accommodations are very rich and deluxe indeed.
I like my crew to be taken care of, and you're part of my crew. So let's get to this fishing tournament. Maybe you could help out while I scout some too.
Of course, I would be happy to serve in any kind of reconnaissance capacity that I might be able to.
In fact, could you go ahead and start running the statistics on where the most likely best place off of this coast might be to catch the prize-winning fish by chance?
Indeed, I will begin my calculations. You hear him like swirling around in the bag.
That's awesome.
You get back just in time to see the halfling in fancy clothes with a cane steps on top of a podium and lifts a little speaking horn to his mouth and says, "Greetings, competitors. Welcome to the 171st Pebbleton Anglers Tournament of Note. There are many of you who have traveled here from far and wide. Thank you for your coming all this way and contributing to the economy of our fair town. It has been many years since our forefathers settled this place. And he launches into this just like long-winded speech. But it gives you time to look around and scope out the competition.
Say, what's Jib? I'm looking for Jib, especially.
Yes, you see Jib Gibson, allegedly, standing over on one side. He is still has his mustache, still has his tricorn hat. He is wearing like waders, like sort of overalls that come up to his chest. He has his regular clothes on under that. He has several fishing rods that he has next to him. You see standing next to him are two equally goofy-looking, equally out-of-shape-looking halflings. You see standing next to them a rather large dragonborn, silver dragonborn with long, like sort of curling horns that sort of curl out to the sides. He's very big. His scales look cracked with age. He looks very old. He's wearing a simple robe, and he has a simple fisherman's rod, but at his side he has a trident as well. Standing next to him, you see another halfling. This is not one you've seen before. He has an eye patch, and his hair is pulled into a top knot. His hands and his face are scarred with many, many scars. It just looks like the type of scars someone would get on living on the high seas for a while. The final person that you see is someone, Tam, that you recognize.
Oh, dear.
It is a wood elf with fine, formal outdoorsman's clothes.
I am
He has light leather gloves. He has brown hair that is pulled back into a ponytail with a single like stripe of gray in it. He has a very thin mustache. He has a sort of host of servants around him, sort of flitting about him, like tending to, making sure this fishing rod is perfectly placed, making sure that this boot is buffed to perfection. You recognize him. This is the Baron Montrose Severial, who is not the head of one of the great 5 families of the Kingdom of the Wood, but is one of the rascal sons of the House of Severial, who loves to go on adventures and apparently loves to come fish. But this is a high elf noble, or wood elf noble.
Would Tam recognize him because he's kind of famous, not because he's had any interactions with him necessarily?
Yes, he is both famous, and I would say you have seen him at official state functions before. He is always in the entourage of his father, who is Duke Lichen Severial, who is the leader of House Severial and the Lord of Tol Menelor.
Sounds so fancy.
He's the fanciest person in the entire city.
Does he look like a useless fancy boy, or does he look like somebody who's just fancy and still, like he could tie his own shoes, he just chooses not to, or...
Make an insight check. Or history check, I don't know.
10 insight.
You're not sure.
Okay.
You do know that if he's here, he has to catch the fish.
Right. I think Tam, knowing that they're not in the Kingdom of the Wood, will go nearby and just go, Baron, and nod respectfully.
Yes, sir. I'm so sorry. Remind me of your name, sir.
Temerian Narsale, sir.
Mr. Narsale, yes, it's good to see you again. It has been some seasons since I saw you, perhaps at the last midsummer's ball.
Perhaps. I was often there under duress.
Yes, I'm sorry to hear that, my good man. What is this duress that you may speak of?
I just mean I don't like balls.
Well, of course. I suppose one must have the proclivities and have their different things that they like and dislike, but I must say it is rather shocking to hear that one might dislike a ball, especially one is so glamorous and wonderful as the Midsummer's Ball, which my good father, Duke Lichen Severial, has the honor of hosting for the king every year. And he just sort of blathers on a little bit. He's like the idea that someone wouldn't like a ball is shocking
Has thrown
to
him.
How dare you?
Tam will kind of, not rudely, but I think Tam is enjoying the fact that he gets to interact with this person not where etiquette is super important, because Tam understands that etiquette is at times.
Yeah.
He will kind of cut in and say, well, best of luck to you.
And may the leaves fall softly upon your path, my good man. Which is a very polite and fancy way of bidding adieu to someone.
Tam will give him the army salute with the fist to the chest and the bow.
Sounds good. But these are the contestants besides you. So there's 3 halflings. You haven't caught any of their names except 2 of them must be Percival and
I was going to say
Hackley.
2 of them have to be Percy and Hackley.
What you've caught Jib's name. You haven't met the more intimidating looking halfling, and you have not met the dragonborn
I
yet.
will go to the halfling and say, this may be assuming, but I'm thinking you may have home field advantage here, sir.
Oh, by no means. I'm actually not from these parts. I range far and away across the open ocean, actually.
I'm Tam, by the way. What's your name, sir?
Samwell, and he holds out his hand.
Good to meet you, sir. Tam gives him
It is a massive, just for a halfling, it feels rather large, but it's gnarled like he has the hand of someone who does manual labor, who's worked on a ship.
So what brings you here? Just the fishing tournament? We literally blew in ahead of a storm yesterday.
Oh, aye, just the fishing tournament. There be many things in these parts, many places to uncover. I go where the tides take me, but this week they've taken me here, and it is a joy to participate in a tournament such as this. I've attended most of the major tournaments across the Glass Sea in different parts and places, but there's something special about the one at Pebbleton.
Any advice for a first-timer / threw his luck in at the drop of a hat?
Oh, the sea is a tempestuous mistress, I'll say. Just be careful. Don't put your fate in the hands of the tides. Keep your feet on solid ground, and trust that the right moment will come, and when that comes, if you take it, then you might have a chance of winning this
For
thing.
a second, I thought you said the right woman.
Right moment.
Well, much appreciated. Thanks very much. Good. Best of luck to you, sir.
Of course, yes. Best of luck to you too, but I hope I win still.
Fair enough. Me too.
He nods. As you finish this conversation, the mayor's speech seems to be drawing to a close. And he says, and of course, for our great victors, to celebrate the traditions of the fishing tournament, we have, in addition to the trophy, there is a set of finely crafted angling rods and fisherman's gear, crafted by our very own Anglers Guild. And his assistant brings out a long lacquered wooden case that they open, and you can see very, very finely made fishing rods in this case that will be a prize for the winner. And he says, and then, of course, the prize, this item that washed up on our shores many, many years ago.
Oh,
it is the
snap.
Obelisk of Champions. And he pulls, there's a table with a cloth that has been covering something, and he pulls it back. And you see, set on a marble stone, standing about 2 feet high, a piece of black glass set with circuitry that is just humming and glowing, pulsing with light.
Oh my gosh.
An intact piece of Sun Dwarf Magitech.
Okay. The stakes just went up for the little
And
fishing
clearly,
tournament.
energy's still running through it. Okay.
Yes. There's a murmur that goes through the crowd. Everyone's like, oh.
So did this like wash up to shore? Like, would we have any indication? Did this wash up to shore recently and they're offering it as the prize? Or like it's been here for years and for some reason now they're offering it up? Do we have any indication of that?
The indication that you get is that this is a trophy that is handed out and then is returned, like the Stanley Cup.
Got it.
Okay.
So
The winners' names are carved on it somewhere or on a plaque
the
or
marble
something.
base, you can see on the base of it, the winners' names are etched.
Straight up repurpose this trophy. I got it.
Yes.
Gonna
They found a
straight up
cool thing and they're like,
repurpose it.
this will be the
Yeah.
perfect fishing trophy.
This probably talks to people when they touch it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll look over at Tam. At this point, Tam, you've told me that something happened with that first one, right? Or am I still oblivious to it?
Oh, no, I would have told you.
Okay.
I don't think the idea of keeping secrets even really pops into Tam's head very much.
I'll slowly just look at Tam. Is that what I think it is?
I think it is.
Alright, so either we gotta win this, or we might potentially have to take this.
I think Tam just kind of looks at you a little, Captain. I was gonna say we went from wanting to need this, from wanting to win this to needing to win this.
Yeah. Alright, we better scout.
As I walk past Percival and Hackley, can I help them untangle their fishing lines?
Yes, they're currently arguing. You pushed me. No, you pushed me. I can't believe you tangled your fishing rod in my fishing line. I can't believe you tangled your fishing line in my fishing rod.
All right, lads. Look. I'll show you a trick. If you keep the rods pointed down, they don't get so tangled.
They get tangled in each other's shoelaces. And they're like, you tricked us.
Oh, man.
And the mayor says, all right, on the sound of the gong, the scouting portion of the tournament will begin. And he points to the bartender who rings the gong. And so y'all are free to begin scouting.
Right before this, could I have asked Tam if he would be willing to trade me the spyglass, since I'm assuming you're scouting kind of from the shores, and that I could borrow the goggles real quick since I'll be swimming?
Sure. You've got to attune to the goggles, though.
Oh, you do? I forgot about that. All right,
You
never
could
mind.
have. I mean, I wouldn't mind sharing them ahead of time.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, we can have hand waved it and said
Yeah.
that y'all
Okay.
have switched it up. I mean, y'all were talking about it like
Yeah,
for the
I don't
last
mind
couple
sharing
hours.
them.
So
Yeah, I'll give them back after. I just figured while I'm swimming, a spyglass doesn't make a ton of sense underwater.
Just
You know, goggles make way more sense.
under the water with a spyglass poked out in front of you.
It's like, this will help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain, you've got the goggles. I'm going to take the spyglass. I'm going to run to the top of the lighthouse and scope from up there.
sounds good. Let's do that first. So, Lichen, you jump into the water.
So cool.
Tam runs to the lighthouse.
Now can I do the role that we talked about earlier? Just being of the sea, being of the current, being
Yes.
blessed
Yes.
to some degree by the seas. I want to
Yes.
get a vibe on like where would big, and let's be honest, I'm liking slightly dangerous stuff be.
Uh-huh.
Splendid
Yeah.
fish. That's
I'm-
what you'd find.
I'm going to go ahead and add before I even roll. Well, no, let's roll because let's see
yeah.
if I want to get bigger or not. 13. That's not. Oh, what am I rolling? Sorry.
If you're trying to like read the tides, I would say either nature or survival.
Okay.
Or
let's-
you could, since you have the goggles, we could make it perception because that will give you advantage. I
Oh,
think.
sweet. Thank you. Let's see if this is
Based
any
on sight.
better. Oh, better by 1. So 14, 15. I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add
Destiny
Ah.
dice.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide which one. Is this the only perception roll I'm gonna get to do while scouting, or like, are we gonna do kind of multiple?
You can do multiple,
Well, I'll ask that.
but you can do multiple. But I would want a different purpose, if that makes sense. Like right now, you're looking from the land. You're not like underwater.
I'm in.
looking
Yeah,
at
I'm like in
different
the
things right now.
shallows trying to. Okay,
Yeah. When you get to a different place where you can see different things, we'll have another roll.
I'll add the lowest one then, and we'll just call that a 17.
Okay.
So that one's gone.
With a 17, you see just the way that the sort of currents are flowing. You can feel almost in the water the shape of the land falling away underneath you as the ocean gets deeper. And you kind of sense that there are two main areas where people could go to get reliable catches of fish. If you remember, the town of Pebbleton is sort of on the inside of a point. So there's a point, and on the one side of the point is the strait that leads through. Pebbleton's on a really, really large island that is really kind of right up against the mainland of Urasha, and the Goblin Kingdom straddles this strait. And Pebbleton is kind of at the end of one of the parts of this strait. So there's a point. You can kind of fish on the ocean side or the strait side. The ocean side, really like kind of on the outer side of the lighthouse and at the base of the cliffs. To the left of the lighthouse, there's a coast and then there's cliffs. If you can get to the base of the cliffs, that is one great spot to fish. That's on the ocean side. The ocean side is going to have bigger, scarier fish, and it's going to be more difficult. Not just the fish are going to be more difficult, but finding them and catching them might be more difficult. There's more risk, higher risk, more reward. Or you could go on to the side nearest the harbor, the strait, kind of go back out towards really pretty close into the pavilion and the starting point on the strait side. There is going to be a lot of fish there, but they're going to be smaller. It's going to be easier, lower risk, but also lower reward. So as you run up, so that's you. You're kind of in the shallows trying to figure that out. Tam is running up to the top of the lighthouse. You get there. There's a guard at the base of the lighthouse, and he sees your badge, and he's like, "Oh, go on up." And you get up to the top. Roll a perception check for me.
All right, with advantage because of my spyglass.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be looking for evidence of not shoals or anything, but just places, any kind of evidence where fish might be congregating or something that might make it easier or harder to catch a fish. That's a nat 20, baby.
Let's go.
For a 26. We catching all them
nat
fish.
20 is awesome. Okay, I'll say a couple things that you notice. One is the harbor. You don't know if someone else knows about this, but you know that like almost none of the contestants are stopping in the harbor. You think there are probably fish in there, but most of them are not going to be big enough to be worth chasing for this. You also notice that none of them are coming towards the lighthouse. And as you look, you see that the waters around the lighthouse, specifically, there's a big current. And so it doesn't seem like fish are not like hanging out in this part of the water. You notice basically the same thing that I just described to Lichen. There seem to be a lot of birds and shallows and shoals around on the strait. There's this patch. And you see actually who is going to each spot. So on the straight side, you see Haxley and Percy, or Hackley and Percy, and you also see the wood elf going on that side. They're going to that same area. And then sprinting to the cliffs, you see Samwell, the old grizzled halfling. You see Jib, the hobgoblin, and you see the dragonborn all running towards the ocean side.
Which is the side with the higher risk, higher reward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the only two spots that people are really going to?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not like one spot that they're all going to be like, those are the two like general regions.
And with the way that you describe the harbor and the lighthouse, it's not that those are diamonds in the rough that nobody knows about. It's that's kind of known as not a very good spot.
Yes.
Okay. I will run back down. Captain. Okay. And then I will breathily gasp all that stuff out.
Yeah, I will have swam over to the lighthouse so he doesn't have to run back to me or whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking I entered the water off the dock, off of the guild, so I'm swimming over to your lighthouse as I'm checking stuff out. And then it seems like yeah, pretty immediately we're both cliffs is where
Cliffside, yep.
we're gonna win this.
Cool.
How much time do we still have? Do we have time to make it over to the cliff?
Oh yeah. Y'all got plenty of time. It's the fishing part is, the scouting part is just an hour. Whatever. I mean, you can still scout after that time, but people will just get a head start on you.
You're giving up fishing time if you keep scouting.
You're giving up fishing time, exactly. And so the tournament is over at sundown. So you have the rest of the day to do this and work on this. So yeah, y'all can head to the cliffs, no problem.
Okay. Because are there like spots to scout within that area? Because that's how you kind of talked about it, or
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Captain, my legs are burning.
It does seem like the other guys have got there first, though. And it's a long enough process that they might not stay in the same spot the whole time.
Right.
Like people can rotate around and stuff. So are y'all heading over to the cliffs?
Yeah.
Yeah. How high up are these cliffs from the water?
It varies. I mean, there are parts where it's almost 50 feet, but they're craggy, and you can get down to the base of them. It's not like the waves are not crashing into the cliff side itself.
Okay.
There's a small, rocky, pebbly shore at the base of them that you can get to and fish, at least for part of it. If it's at high tide, that might reach all the way up to the cliffs, but you can get to different places.
Are people scouting more on the cliffs or down on the beach?
Most of them are down on the beach,
Okay.
as close to the water as they can get.
Okay.
You actually see the halfling swimming out to a big rock that's about 30 feet offshore.
That's all I needed. Lichen jumps off the cliff into the water. Full sprint.
Going to the same rock?
Again, I want to.
There's other rocks.
If you'll allow me perception or nature, something else again. Now that I know I'm in the area where we're probably going to be at, can I feel the current? Can I
look for caves?
And I'll fully. I was gonna say I'll fully go under the water to like really feel the current, temp of the water, look around, because I don't have to breathe.
Yeah, you see out of your peripherals, you see the dragonborn doing the same thing.
Awesome.
Getting underwater and looking around. After a few minutes, though, he has to swim to the surface because he can't breathe underwater. But he had the same idea as you. And Yeah, roll another perception check for me.
Let's go. With advantage because of the goggles.
Yeah.
13 on the first. We're going with 13. And 14. I'm going to go ahead and add one of my other dice, and that will be a 19.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, you see about 100 feet down further south from the big rock where the halfling is setting up his shop. You see another rock that kind of juts out into the sea. It's about 20 feet off the shore, but below it, it drops off steeply further down to the ocean floor, and there are several undersea caves that are in the rock under it. And you think that there will probably be schools of fish that swim by here, predators trying to get at them. You think if you're able to put some of Burgen's chum, which we'll say you have gotten his secret sauce.
Some of his three peats.
Now we know what pairs well with this temperature of seawater.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's the case, I will try to swim to the top of that rock and claim the spot, so to speak.
Yep.
Try to wave Tam
over.
Like this is where we're gonna start at the very least.
Sweet. Are you going to make your way out there?
Yes.
You make your way down the cliffs. You see that Jib has set up a chair on the shore, and he has put his line in, like how people sort of put a pole in the sand. He's kind of just doing that. He has like 3 or 4 poles set up.
He's just shore fishing.
He's just shore fishing.
Is this Triceratops just like hanging out with him?
He left the Triceratops back in the,
Okay.
in the city.
He could just sit on the Triceratops.
You see the Dragonborn has set up a large bin on the shore, and he goes into the water. And you, as you're coming down the cliffs, you see him come out with a rather large tuna on a trident.
Oh.
And he puts it in the bin.
I like this
and
guy.
He starts wading back into the ocean. So you start swimming out there. Give me a athletics check to swim out to the rock.
Oh, good. Oh, no. That's a 2 plus 3. 5.
Yeah, you the waves are really strong and unexpectedly. And so you have a really hard time getting out there. I'm not going to say there's a mechanical problem with it, but it just eats up more of your time than you would probably want. So you'll have less time to fish than you would
otherwise
desire. Lichen, as you're surveying the field, you see Tam taking a long time. But you also see that the grizzled halfling has already caught a pretty large fish as well.
Oh, so the fishing has started? We're still...
Oh, sorry. Yes. I should have said Yes, the fishing has started.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I thought
so
we
an hour's
were still
passed
scouting.
already.
I was like, that Dragonborn's cheating.
There's a single flare that goes off, and the fishing has started. So you can put your rod in as you like.
Well, I think Tam's plan was to just bowfish.
Mm-hmm.
And so wait for the chum/driving force of Lichen to send whatever up to the top, and he's just going to attach a line to his arrows.
Okay, cool.
And fish that way.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, so we'll chum the top of the water, and then I'll dive back down, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I know. I have a feeling what's coming. And I'm actually left my glaive behind.
What?
I'm trying to think how I would fight in the water or try to hunt in the water.
With nothing?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I think that Lichen will have taken a leather cord and tied his brother's knife on one end and tied the other one around his wrist just so he doesn't lose it while he's under there. And so knife in hand.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of fishing this is called, but he's fishing.
Sweet. Lichen, what skill check would you like to use to try to get the stuff? Performance maybe, or
Deception.
intimidation. You can intimidate fish into the chum. I don't know.
Even though I don't have a good score for this, I feel like medicine kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Just because, when you're fishing, you're trying to actually tell, what are the fish eating? Do they want salty now? What color in the water looks good to them? Things like that. So,
Okay. Yeah.
or nature, I guess, would also technically work if that's what I'm going at.
Give me a check. We'll say DC 15.
Well, since I didn't realize we were starting fishing.
Yeah.
I rolled a 17.
You would have
on the
known.
dice,
It was my
so-
bad for...
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think because I was going to cast some spells.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can say that you cast some spells. What did you roll, Mike?
I rolled a 17 on the dice already. So
17.
Well, hang
awesome.
on, because you may get advantage. I'm trying to determine. I'm having to retcon some stuff. So you're going in, like we get to the rock laboriously. I feel like maybe we should say it took me too long to get out there. The flare had gone off by the time I get to the rock. We've already lost some time. So now we're game planning. Okay, you see these caves. I've shown you how I'm gonna bow hunt. Okay, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on one of us, and Burgen, you're gonna give us sandwiches when we need them, right?
Yes, I will.
And so you've got your
I have some
chum, and
sandwiches.
we've got sandwiches for us.
Yep.
So, Captain, do you think it would be better for me to cast Enhance Ability on you for you to drive out good fish, or on me for landing them?
I think for you to land them, honestly, because
Right.
I'm just going to try, like full honesty, now that we're just up in it, I'm bait. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to make stuff angry, and I'm going to swim up here as fast as I can. So you got to be shooting dimes at 100 yards.
I knew you were gonna do that. So you. All right. So I will cast Enhance Ability and Cat's Grace on myself. So I will now have
Okay.
advantage on dexterity checks. Would you
Awesome.
allow me
Does
to
that
do
include
that?
attack rolls too?
Well, I was going to say, would you allow me to do that with attack rolls since I fire a bow, since it's dex based?
I'll say, for the purpose of skill checks for this fishing competition, yes.
Okay.
If we get into initiative, no.
Okay, fair enough.
Like for combat,
Yeah.
no. I think that's what Enhance Ability says. But feel free to correct me if I'm
I'll
wrong.
check it in a minute. So
Yeah.
use that slot, dude.
So you drop the chum in the water, or is there more that you want to prepare?
So I'm ready to dive down. Now I got danger sense. I got no. I mean, yeah. I think I'm good.
Sounds like you're ready. So you throw the chum in the water, and then you see Lichen, your chum,
Yeah.
jump in the water. And as he dives beneath the waves, you see just this ocean teeming with life. You see schools of fish, multicolored and strange. You see sharks weaving in and out of the undersea caves. You see coral layering across the floor of the ocean, and you see eels moving around. And further off in the distance, you see the bulk of even bigger creatures who have been attracted by the movement of the water, by the scent and the taste of things that casts its influence all the way across the seafloor for miles. And I think that is a great place for us to end our session.
Oh,
gonna
I
be
don't like
fun.
things happening to you when I can't see. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm
But
fast.
it's so much fun.
I have a couple stuff that if something bites me, they should let go pretty quick.
I've finally learned not to look for bubbles when you're underwater. Well, that wraps it up for this episode of Across the Glass Sea. We hope you guys are having fun listening along with us. We're enjoying playing. If you don't mind, give us a like or a comment or a subscription on whatever platform you're using to adventure along with us. We do have an Instagram. It's Across the Glass Sea, all one word. Keep saying I'm going to put things on there, and I haven't, but it still exists. So that's on me, not on the internet. Let's roll for outro, gentlemen. This dice rolled me a 20 and a 2, so let's see.
17.
That's a big
solid.
old 3.
I got a 10.
Got a 3. Okay.
That's you, Ben.
is.
This may not apply in every situation, but anytime you have friends that are very confident in their abilities, encourage them, but be prepared if bad things happen.
Oh, that's fair.
In other words, look for bubbles.
Yeah. It's good.
All right.
Be
Well,
prepared.
thanks everybody. That was fun to think. That was a ton of fun.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
thank you guys.
So interested to see what sea creatures
Oh,
we get
man.
into next session.
All right. Well, stay tuned. Maybe Lichen will have both legs when he comes out of the water. See y'all.
Thank you.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.